Hi, YouTube. My name is Tahara, the budget coach, and on this channel, we are on a journey to financial freedom. And we get there by monitoring our finances, increasing our income, and reducing our expenses. I have my friend here with me.
Hi, everyone. I'm Letitia from Celestial Designs and the creator of the Goals and Gold game.
And today we are talking about what it means to be happy in finances. What does it mean to be happy in finances with your money? And we're just going to jump right in.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm going to go personal only because I feel like I had this experience or at least this moment earlier today. And I'll just share, I left my job. I decided to go back to school. In that, I'm going full time, and then I haven't worked in probably the last few months, maybe the last 4 months, right? So now I'm looking like, okay, well, I think I want to make some money. I need some shoe money or, something for the summer to really supplement my income. And now that I'm looking for those things, it's been like, well, do you go for the job that makes a lot of money or that pays a lot of money? Do you go for the job that gives you the freedom of what you have or what you want, right? Like maybe I need to be remote, maybe I need to make my own schedule. And do you go for one that you feel like is going to be high demand or less demand? So it really is this experience to say, is it money? And how much money is the money that I need, right? Like to be happy in my finances.
Yeah.
And I think I've come to the decision that I am more interested in freedom. And I am less interested in the finances in terms of the monetary gain, especially during this period of my life.
Yeah.
And thinking through, I realized on this journey to financial freedom, you can do a lot with a little bit. And as long as you save your money, invest your money, and do the right things by your money, you'll be okay.
Yeah. The same thing or similar for me. I think that what it means for me to be happy in finances is just making sure that I have my basic needs met, my basic expenses met. It does not include fancy clothes. It does not include designer labels. It does not include eating out every night. I'm just talking about my roof over my head, my car insurance, and everything that I need basically just to live a bare bones life. So that provides comfort for me and having a little bit left over, right? I am also looking forward to some financial freedom or that freedom that you spoke about.
Yeah.
And I know now to get there is to save a little bit of what we earn in order to invest and have that money grow for us. So for me to be comfortable right now, I just need my basic expenses met and I need to be able to save some that will grow over time to just help me gain that freedom earlier than 65. Like we're trying to go for 45. So that's what I need. And I know now that finances are like a sticky situation and are different in different situations in different occurrences, right? Just last year, I was living a lot freer because I was in a totally different space, moved to a new property, and then gained a mortgage, which like probably tripled my expenses. And now I know that, you know, hey, these expenses are higher or more, but still I need to be able to cover them comfortably.
I was going to say, I think it also gave you some comfort in other areas of your life that says, yes, my finances, or in terms of this may have increased my debt. And I don't know if you look at it in that way, but in other areas of my life, it also increased my quality of living.
Yes,
As
100%.
a result of that, I can be happy spending this amount of
Yes,
money
yes.
or in
Yep.
trade my quality of living. So
100%, 100%. in terms of quality of life, I'm willing to spend the extra. That means that though that my freedom is going to be delayed a little bit. But right now, the quality has increased tenfold, just like the environment, the peace, the space, the calmness, just having enough space for everybody to do their own thing in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having that family space where everybody comes together now just to, do things, watch TV, and just, the quality of life. I get it. It's much better and it's worth the expense. So no, I don't mind the expense.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is it's going to delay me some, to that ultimate like idea of what I have of freedom in my head. And it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm thinking my church is going on a trip to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cost me, like my husband won't go to this one, but it's going to cost me and the kids $12,000 to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We already had another trip planned on a cruise, which is a lot cheaper, $3,000 for 4 people. So that's right there about $15,000 in
Mm-hmm.
trips for 1 year. So then I'm questioning myself right now, like, okay, $15,000, half of what I want to save for the year. Am I am I willing to you know, not save that money in order to go on these trips, right? So it's kind of also a toss up. Like I know that it'll make me happy to go on the trips, but I also know it'll be happy to save the money. And right now, I'm in a balancing act. Like I don't know which way to turn right now. I want both, but I guess it just depends on I don't know. I really don't know.
So I think for any of the goals like we talk about, for me, the only always thing that I always come back to is what are you willing to sacrifice, right? Like I
Exactly.
absolutely believe in any way that you think you're going to be happy, there's going to be a sacrifice that says, what are you willing to give up to experience this level of joy? What are
Yeah.
you willing to give up to meet your financial goals? Like, what are you willing to say, listen, I can't do that no more? And for me, it might be restaurants or what kind
Right.
of restaurants I go to.
Right.
It may be I can't do the shopping at this point. I don't know the last time I've been to a mall because I just can't. I don't even look
Right.
right. Like I'm the person who can't walk into a mall and or can't walk into a store and not walk out with something. Like I'm gonna leave here with something. And that's a problem. Like that's really problematic. So I don't even go. Like I know what my vices are.
Right.
But I realized I had to give up that experience in order to say I want to be comfortable in these other areas of my life, right? Like I
Yeah.
want to have more freedom here, and I want to do some things differently than I've been doing before, right?
Yeah.
So I think right along what you're saying, like what am I willing to give up? And the question that you're dealing with right now is what am I willing to give up? Am I willing to give up my savings
Right.
to go to Israel? Now
Right.
building community. It's an experience
Oh
that's
my gosh.
connected to religion with a
Right.
heart. It's, a bonding time. It's
Exactly.
experience that other people don't have. And I think we both value travel. So
Yeah.
that's why it's also like,
Yeah.
it's certainly a part of the
Yeah.
dream, right? Like, so travel's still on my list, right? I can't go to the mall, but I bet you will. I will be going on some, right? Because I just have to. That's what I value, right? And I
Yeah.
think it's okay to stand true to your values, recognize what they are, and at the same time being willing to give something else up
Yeah.
to get that done. So I
And
guess what I mean, could you give up, go on a trip? You're not going to save what you thought you were going to save. Could you
exactly.
cut in another area of your life to
Right.
then be able to meet your savings goal a bit higher?
Yeah, I think that in this instant I can. And the only reason I'm saying I can is because I was so diligent about saving since
Mhm.
the pandemic even started that I feel like it's due and I feel like it's owed to me, the family.
Mhm.
And so yes, I think this time I'm willing to, you know, not exactly meet the savings goals that I want to meet in order to take this trip.
Yeah.
But like in the future, I know that I'm not going to be all like that. You know, we might take a trip, but it might be to the beach, or
Yeah.
we might be, it ain't going to be all like that. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
we going to tone it down some, but yeah, I think that for this moment, I'm willing to give up my savings in order to me to go.
Yeah. So I think happiness is always tied to what's meaningful to you. And even happiness in your finances is tied to what matters to you, what helps you to wake up in the morning, what helps you
Yeah.
to get out of bed in the morning, what helps you stay true to the person that you have grown to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's truly how we measure happiness with our money.